Mala biaka mal kanas economic library chalu njogo nyoka topic dodien topic malarge scope and method of analysis in economy jena chana nen ngome scope and method of analysis in economy njeno machawe scope and let che area ndanen ko sob jego mo je cover njeno method of analysis adobe ndanen kwa ngwane examine keje in detail njeno ka economic njeno gwame meba kon ka scope of economy lot kon area ndanen ku economy cover kwa ndanen ku economy je steady njeno aje lot kamo scope njeno economy ku steady ni household karwade economy ku steady ni business fame economy ku steady ni ngu jen goro bana ngajwa me tama in the recent past many new branch of the subject have developed including development economic, industrial economic, transport economics, welfare economics, and environmental economic. Lakin in reality ka brand ka economic. Meluno an economic point that was and done in kwe steady here method did it. To wajene ka development, weka industrial, weka transport, weka welfare, weka environment. Enjeno meluno in area done in kwe economy ja cover area mediri long. Enjeno chapeka all karwade chapeka specific fame karwade chapeka market karwade enjena meluno economy tanya dor enjena gwame. However, the core of the modern economy is formed by its two major branches, microeconomy and macroeconomy. That means economy can be analyzed at micro and macro level. You know, awa ka jen tam hienga chopa chana bentine awa cha banjo economy chitene jen ka brain daro karodin enjena baduno ko gwada to pay to joge chet ka men chana jeken nyamanen gwada to pay to jog in the recent past cha joje economic point take a brain to one ke te sob jen to one to kwa discuss under economy chet ka men chana jek ta kon ga machole development economy mro ke kui ko ngote ke wi ti rang riango ka te ke wi luno ta chan ka chan mo de ku tu di ka ngunong chan njeno industrial economic ba le rake the industry de manage di raw material de ke factor of production de ke jigidi de ka ko gni ke de ngwane de ko ne tin ba ngwane ba lat ke njeno transport ba welfare ba man environment ba no but gome ka jenta me te kontine anta me mora kone wa economy ke longot kami ja da ka dang ni dia to njeno ja da ne jenta me ka micro kana macro level nyen dan en kwa analysis ke nyen pegenan kwa analyze ke de nyen randan kwa examine ke de en economic ke longot kami kwa da ka tinyin ngwane te development te industrial te ka transport welfare amanitin ko njeno ja da ne je kareo micro economic kana macro economic njeno magwit kon perfect machwale micro kana macro da kono gwijen go ti chicken ni long ko chana gor ka primary te la kon ka je ka chemistry chana gor gine na chana chemistry chana je njeno micro lodun tot simply lunni small macha macro lodun midi njeno was me anyen ka chiang ta ma meta kontene ki chiang choba chana ben jege ki ta mata natene je nyu dolong cha economy cha dang e kreo koro tele tungwan anune micro kana macro me ba kon ka micro economy awajen micro economy is concerned with the economic behavior of individual decision making unit such as household, firm, market and industries njeno awajen en microeconomic ke men chane ngaje no micro very small alamela is small chet ke men la joje la atom la ja describe no a microscopic vertical njeno bana ngaje no small ala awajen concern danen ke gwa danen ko study ke gwa danen ko analysis ko jala tenen microeconomy awajen ko study biya biro individual decision making unit ala na me ponyo bana goro bana ngaki individual decision making unit njeno awa pege individually ko jen koye njeno individual as all individual firm individual market and individual industry njeno ejenen roj micro economic tin mi chep kana mo njeno membe kon ka macro economic our macro economic deal with the effects and the consequence of aggregate behavior of all decision making unit in a certain economy njeno awajen ku deal ka consequence ki effect kana consequence effect kana consequence mi ngajino every any branch of economy that deal with the effect and the consequence is the macroeconomic in general. Could deal jen ke effect can a consequence ka aggregate behavior. Nama aggregate behavior share cumulative aggregate share cumulative ki medi larano bab ngwani dial in general. Eta gwame nen kon individual gwame bana aggregate bana benen engine gwami individual decision making unit engine but gwame aggregate decision making unit engine again jojo long no dango the microeconomic and a macroeconomic engine point macroeconomic point what is the study of the behavior and the performance of economy as whole engine ko study ni economy as whole chape kakel ko study ni economy as whole engine again in the microeconomic and a macroeconomic. Microeconomy or question individual decision making unit in general. Individual household, individual firm, individual market, individual industry in general. But me study ni aggregate behavior ka decision making unit in a certain economy in general. Chachu bolong kon pengamen macroeconomic is a study of the behavior and the performance of the economy as a whole. In general, performance of the economy as a whole wa project ya macroeconomic. In general, like on entamere we dan la joja long no ba we economy we me ta kanyal. Economy we me ta kanyal. In general, chet ke we dan ke to piang wa me che joja long no la ke no economy da we dan chonyal. In general, any economy da we dan no chonyal chi kon da ngach ma joja long no tel kon no lik ka macroeconomic njeno no ni dan ka macroeconomic ajen bu kon ko ngaje no chi economy da we dan chonyal njeno antama chi ko ngwane tin ko ngok chonyal ku torbieli chonyal kan to diala to ba ka analyze in a nation ke macroeconomy njeno microeconomy roje ka jin karo adu njeno jiran karo adu reaching tandan ko nyin ko ma ne je specific firm ke industry karoade market mo karoade industry mo karoade ta ko nyin ga ko ka ma ne je ta ko resource procurement ke factor of production procurement ko je lel je ta ko product ko ke sale ke je in business unit mo wajen a micro njena but min bungwane dialo baba yo bango be micro company ke be nyin micro ke dial ba ko mat kel macro min ko steady ne economy as whole nyena gwaz me katin chaka mo ke kangada ka chaka mo ke table gwame chana mel bi kelbe table an gwame table an gwame raje ka macroeconomic kene microeconomic chane macroeconomic chane jek chane chane microeconomic chane jek janen gwame bikon wa ka macro economic enjena cha dagbian cha nyodo kwa longwa me gome kamen nyam under micro economic antama bana kelele lawo didi bikon doro queen bana men nyam bana janangwa me ka micro economic man men nyam bana lo nyong nan ko ka macro economic enjena men nyam ka kandang raw ka macro economic ka micro economic sorry men nyam gwa me awa steady individual economic unit of an economy ngbeje antama chalar individual economic unit enjena mijini bi ka macro economic awa steady an economy as whole and it is aggregate enjena ajal ede bien mi di long nyo kente ko ne me individual economy ne me ngo aggregate economy ke economy as whole enjena rawda kwa me awa deal with individual income, individual price and individual output enjen ala ngwane dial ten ko kala individual ala la kanen matot enjen la kanen matot ke ngwane bab and micro economic jen chana jega wa ku dial jen ke individual income, individual price and individual output enjen amana ngwane ten kong but na me ku dial ke ne chana len kam janenda ko bam nu bab ne nation kelu ala wet kelu enjen deal with national income and national output ke general price level ki individual price level kana jagwa men a general price level ko a macro economy the audience gwame its central problem is the price determination and allocation of resources again central problem in didin ko pokosen ala price determination tadan de price de ngaje no charo da gere didi kan tadan de resource de ka allocate ke de distribute ke but gwame mi kono bi kono ka macro economic our central problem dengu a determination of level of income and employment and level of income like income wage kelu de ngaji no ke GDP ke chop ka peng mininde employment ne dia len ko to ko gwa kwa ka employ ke cha ka employ no mo kwalel ka nation kelu muandin in main tool are it is main tool are the demand and supply of particular commodities and factory sorry awa tool to content ko use ka kelong ti kun sorry ketin lede ka kelong awa demand can supply ka particular la me agujina mo particular again individual kujme particular commodities can factor but beginning we want me shekel awa it is main tool are aggregate demand in general aggregate demand hinenda aggregate demand but go mengu awa a demand can a supply of a particular commodity and factor no a particular demand can a particular supply but go me a aggregate demand can a aggregate supply of economy as a whole tide go an meba economy as a whole the idea ngwame it helps to solve a central problem of what, how, and for whom to produce. In an economy as to maximize the profit. Awa kwena look ka problem michualo alana me economy question what, how, and for whom to produce. Awa kanti diala to katilo je ke goro bakari alaka kan problem di chet ke to. Awa economic question like what, how, and for whom to produce jojo long kwa ka sol under micro economic manengu mane profit maximization ta de profit de maximize ke specific business entities be jojo long no ta under micro economic channel lo nenbe later rodi macro economic ga awa it help to solve the central problem of a full employment of resource in the economy in general allow full employment of resource in the economy in general but na mengu ko longna katanda in the economic question like what, how, and for whom to produce in an economy so as to maximize the profit but na me bidati di ko muteke mi ci doro lel ci dor generalize chet ka machalaro full employment of resource in an economy again one ka die dien gwame ka die dien awajen discuss how equilibrium of the consumer, a producer or industry is attained. Ala equilibrium de attained ke de chobdi enjena ko ngekone equilibrium ami chawa jojo longo si demand can supply chawa par enjena lokna na ko the equilibrium de attained. The equilibrium they are attained. Awa channel le maguj banyok ka macroeconomic ngodo bateke dek it wajena wakwe concerned with the determination of the equilibrium level of income and employment at aggregate level. Na me midi unyo gweke je gwanu joji che wich che kwany long enjena joji aggregate level ki cumulative level enjena molono tipo cost ka kel babe ngwani dial at a nation level jena te kon ka example to cha chungun ka microeconomic wa individual income, individual saving, individual price, individual famous output, individual consumption. Awe wonyam yeah kindi dial titin kwalat in a specific business entities awa kan ko concern microeconomic but ka macroeconomic lan jela menen be te kon ka national income, national saving, general price level, national output, aggregate consumption. Ala kan yete nyodo do dide gwame kio area ndana ko kobaran macroeconomic dide chinenda cha we national kana lele individual ene chinenda cha we general price level kan we particular price level chilenen cha we aggregate consumption cha lele aggregate consumption la baba consumption as whole enjena agenda microeconomic kana macroeconomic go along ban le no we nyamba ka 1.3.2 mutually positive and narrative analysis enjena chana jeg mandan ka tugdan ka ngijinen ka 1.3 no ta kon ke scope kene method of analysis in economy enjena scope chana talk ten time pan work method of analysis atam tiri da kon problem da kon analyze ke je ke economic enjena chana chuje gwa mente ta kon mutual positive and normative analysis, positive and normative analysis enjena bana wako atam tede ko ken problem no ko ken ka analyze ke je ko ngai kon no ba eno ba problem by specify take stainit la gore enjena ba ngaje no changa joy mi bana jan rewech akwala joy ko joy be chi economic issue, economical issue but take a concern ba njena changa joy mi bana jan rewech ba gore no ba symptom na ka ba ka ngaj ba ngaje no ka ne ten ka ba ka ne de ko rundini enjena ka ne den ka ba ka ne di cheng ne gwamet ne den cheng ne gwamet ke dawe wala ke jirak ka ta nan di tuni je di tudi di enjena ta nan kwa problem no kwa ka analyze ke economy ga jen ban wotin tame economy ko yuna analysis metede ko ba problem ne kon tin ba ka ngaji di enjena jet kan tame ci ko ngwane ci on yal de gum je ngaji di no ci ko ke on yal de ko mu je ngaji di yo ko torbiyel ci on yal enjena jen ban wotin tame no ba ngwane ba ka analyze ke economic jene chana chu je ko gwame ta kon ke mutually positive kana normative analysis ke economic enjena positive kana normative analysis gwame economy can be analyzed from two perspectives, positive economy and normative economy. An economy point wa ba analyze ke two perspective enjena positive economic and normative economic analysis enjena more like a positive analysis da lo nungu enjena our positive analysis is concerned with the analysis of the facts and attempt to describe the world as it is enjena ala positive analysis go make economy ga makwa do analyze positively awajin ko concern ke base analysis of the facts and attempt to describe the world as it is. Njena, awakwe describe ni min jojo longo la tok. Njena, lada jeten chene katana na tuok door keje. Njena, kabe world be describe ke be situation be describe chen ka ta nan la ko je la tel ma ge ten and he tried to answer the question like what was, what is, or what will be. And can question the chet to answer. It does not judge a system as a good or bad, better or worse. And system judge nen ni kona time and positive analysis system judge no jege wala guy. And judge pega katana na gwi keje bendo ni jeni ke ta na charo lat ke japan. And example under positive economy. So where the current inflation rate in Ethiopia is 12%. Current inflation rate in Ethiopia is 12%. And me donga kel makan ke national economic level mi chagui kata nan ki economic ro de repe jere wi nan. Ala me che nung ne kata nan le ro da ke japan. Ko ne me kan je ka dat ne tin jojo long no cha collect ane tlaji tin ko economy ko kana manage re we ke Ethiopia and la che no ka ta da pan ka tu example tu our poverty and unemployment are the biggest problem in Ethiopia. Put dak ngwani tin na kana telan ne re we dan ke Ethiopia wa jen kerik di long re we dan ka ngwani te ba long te cho kon put me kon wi kon dan ngwani ja tin đang ngoan mà đông tê lô đã ra rồi luôn cổ đã human basic need đã được luôn mi quay cả này dân anh nó tê lê lết nằm ở bùm mà long có ngay con này ngoan là graduate railway dan ray university chụp cái port 6 do vậy long nó tê lê cái lết thì chắc cái anh nó example 3 what the life expectancy at best in Ethiopia is raising anh nó pek teke nat ke pek teke rewe dan ne daba awa joje long re brode apuji re brode ko Ethiopia joje long no jene ka taay wal tama joje ba win mi bi develop jene ci dul wal tan wan ci ketetin ci dul wal wan ci ketetin ci cara ci ketetin ceng moje jini jwe ni gwam nan ma joje long no ba jino gwam me te ka dul wal ba tigdu ba lok cho nên nó do bên người thế cái đặc thù của ngoan bắt chỉ bere về đan thế cái lúc ngoan thế gần cái cái gì anh nó trong cái man thế rồi nè cô phải nhìn bảo phải biết đáp qua anh nó anh nên cho nên anh thấy mấy cái positive economic analysis what it is concerned with the analysis of the pack and attempt to describe the world as it is anh analysis of the pack là quên làm ngu ku analyze ne pack la tele mo dong ma daten ku world ku je describe ku situation ku je describe ne ka tade engeno awa again positive positive analysis me chet ken mo go me bana wo kam chole normative analysis normative analysis bana da gbe mi be can positive analysis gwamme ka normative analysis gwamme normative analysis is a matter of opinion and which cannot be proved or rejected with the reference to the facts and awajen normative analysis awajen kue let kata opinion ka kita nan kira mo je wik je enyeno men cha de merijak ka kuiko de opar ke men la tok enyeno cha de merijak ka kuiko de opar ke men la tok enyeno ko ta malar je long no tel dul wal jen nong lia di de mere we dan enyen namo dong da gwe de karoade chang le ram dong jugo no ko de dul wal de ke tele de ta kon ga dul wal ngwan long man re we dan ka kabelen de ken ga dul wal namo cha de gak chi ram dong de long gak ko min che gwe enyen kwal cholo normative analysis bi do bi analyze ka opinion du ka charo karado enjena bidor bi analyze ka charo karado what ought to be or what economic will be enjena angom mede talk kingu mede talk enjena ka economic the value judgment about what is good or what is bad enjena the value judgment about what is good or what is bad ala tame na me kwe situation kwe jajaji no guai ke jega but chana jaji nen gwa men chana melu tin be chana loitin jen chapin ke gwa men it does not judge a system as good or bad, better or worse ala ka positive economic analysis charo ke mi cheke na mo ala kwe situation kwe jajaji chet ka ta ndan to ga ke je ngena chet ka ta ndan le ro ke je be jaji je enjena be lat ke je but gwa me beteka judgment beteka value judgment ka normative analysis but ka positive analysis the le value judgment yen da ka long ko na me mo joro ko be laro na me jega ke na me gwa but ka positive analysis tele je me ke na mo la dan je ka ta na ke nen nge je anyena as economies mi jin economies ma joje guji duor perspective nda rawti dir ga gujite dir duor gujite ka ta na le ro da ka je te limited maten ka char wujdu ana mo ba cholungu positive economic analysis but me guji duor ka ta nan guji la jin ka charo ka bi jaje no gwa ke jege ba jojo long no chinang ne analysis me chole normative economic analysis kan analysis ni to kan analysis darawtin ko kan perspective darawtin ko economic issue ko ka analyze kede njena ta kon ka example ka normative economic analysis chet ka min chana example le ni jegba ka positive economic analysis mandan njena gwame example ni amawa poor the poor should pay no tax awane tindak tidkien kinedin tele tidkien ngok awa chicken tax chicken and day gorpi ana mo ndame nyugo je kon no joje long no opinion rama mo karwade enjena opinion rama karwade katanda nen chegu kaje enjena example two awa there is no need for intervention of government in the economy awa telemede kumagor kay economy enjena rama chegu katanda nen chegu je larje telemede kumagor kay economy dera mo no ga gwede jogo no kumanda pakte mende de gordi kay economy ko te ka ngwan no la rol ke te ka ngwan to waje ka economy la gore je o bu kuma be involved enjena example dongba our female all to be given a job opportunity awane te lamban ba de jojo long no de mo ke ka bang lene ana mo tame dera mo dong la ga ba dera mo dong jogo no akamo jojo long no wa men wa ka mo ke collect bu no bi kulete de no mo da ngang nom da wonno our any disagreement on the normative statement can be solved by voting ala metega disagreement yeta menen chalar no ichan ichiken tak chiken day yorpin enjena ma jojo te disagreement lar ne ti rieng long no kon cha de tek ne karoda ko kuma chene to chene tin chana cha tek wa metega disagreement wa ba sol ku ba sol ke voting bina bot enjeno binabut ajen kan perspective nem daro tin kwa economical issues kwa ka analyze kije ki kwa ka analyze kike positive economic analysis kene normative economic analysis enjeno gwame one ka the last nganda ka mende ne chongten da jan gwame de chongten de topic do den jek but bana 1.33 kutuk enjeno gwame